Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee about to react to this Abbott and Preach vid. It's titled Men Don't Have Body Image Issues. We know that's cap, so I'm sure they're going to be debunking this because, yeah, men care about their appearance. I would say about as much as women, you know? I know some men love to pretend that they don't care, and it's about how much money we got, and y'all are the ones that have the looks. No, if you look in the mirror and you crusty and busty, your teeth messed up, you got zits all over your face, you feel bad about yourself. Let's stop the cap. All right, but yeah, let's hear what they have to say. Let's watch.
It's the first time you heard someone make a negative comment about your body.
I want to say when I was like 7.
I was like 6 or 7. My uncle used to fat shame me, which was so weird because I was a skinny child. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of me when I was a kid. I was skinny. I don't know why he used to fat shame me. I guess he thought it was funny. My uncle was just very goofy and he would always crack jokes about everybody, but I don't know why he wanted to crack jokes about my weight when I was a slim child. Like, I wasn't hefty at all. I don't know what that was about, but I remember feeling bad about myself even though I wasn't fat. Like, it's crazy. But I'm also a millennial. Like, listen, I grew up in the depths of like diet culture and fat phobia, you know, being normalized. So listen, I had it rough as a kid, even when I wasn't big at all. So my body image issues started very early. So yeah, I would say probably around like 6, being called fat by my uncle in a joking way when I wasn't fat at all.
Do you remember the first time you heard a negative comment about your body?
Even as young as like 1st, 2nd grade.
Probably 5, 6 years old.
Do you remember the first time you heard a negative comment about your body?
No.
I think in 5th.
Okay, yeah, let me walk back a little bit from my earlier comment. I wouldn't say that men face body image issues as bad as women overall, obviously, but I still think that it was for sure a thing, and it is still a thing, but obviously women have it harder because people focus on our looks more.
Great.
Like 10.
12, maybe 13 years old.
I don't.
Around 7 or 8.
Serious comment, intentionally hurtful? I'm not sure.
I think I was like 8. Maybe like 13, 12 years old. Like 6 years old.
Not really.
12, 13.
She didn't have a good. I'm being stupid because yeah, I feel like most girls, they faced it under 10.
Around 15.
I don't have like a childhood memory. And 4 years ago, I got kind of heavy for a bit, and a friend of mine told me I was looking a little pudgy, and then I ended up losing the weight.
10?
I can't. It's hard to remember. Yeah, I don't think I do.
5 or 6.
No, I can't. No, I don't remember.
Yeah, probably like 4th or 5th grade. I was told I had big ears.
Yeah, that's crazy. I got the big ears too. Shit, bro. Shit. I got that all the time.
Did you put your hands to put a ponytail on your ass?
These videos are very deceptive though. They definitely try to paint a narrative because they only show clips that support what they think, you know? So you have to keep that in mind with this type of shit.
Because with an afro, you don't notice it. But when my hair is short, you notice it. So that's why I wanted y'all to see what it was like growing up, because I was not allowed to have an afro when I was a kid. So yeah.
Oh yeah, mama. No, was it school or mama?
Oh, it was mom's. Sorry.
Weighed really fast when I was young, and I've yo-yoed back and forth all my life.
Is that a comment that you've been able to forget and get out of your consciousness?
No. No, not at all. No, not really, but I'm trying to live my life.
It didn't really bother me, but it is what it is.
I just try to move on.
I think it's like always a battle, but it still comes back here and there.
It's not in my consciousness anymore, but it was for a long time.
No, never.
Not really. Never. Never.
Oh, I remember it vividly. I remember who said it. I remember where we were. It's something that's stuck. I don't know if I still believe it, but it's definitely something that's stuck with me all these years.
I just remember other instances that make it stay in my consciousness about my body image.
So even if the comment wasn't directed at me, just hearing like people's judgments on looks or whatever seeped into me anyway.
I remember this video seeing it, a lot of people had their own thoughts. people were saying, as ladies, we deal with a lot of stuff, and they, reference to the men's reactions. Do y'all ever wish you were a boy sometimes, or just me? Shocking, the disparity between objectifying girls and boys is clearly a very big gap. And that's part of the reason why I want to talk about this, because I think a lot of ladies don't know. And it's not because they're being malintentioned, they just aren't aware. Same way we don't always know unless we talk to them about these experiences. Mm-hmm. They don't know about ours.
And people want to be boys till they try it. I mean, we had this one person that tried, and they said, "Yo, it's kind of lonely. There's no support. There's no it'd be like that. You have to make efforts." But if you'd ask me, I wouldn't be a woman either. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. So that's the reality of the thing. I wouldn't. So it's tough to be a dude, but it asked me 100 times I choose dude.
I know Preach has his own opinion.
I would never want to be a man.
Pop off.
So God.
I'm
sorry.
I would not be surprised
I had to.
if you were going to diatribe about Jesus doing something he didn't like. See, in church, Christians were the first one to tell me about myself.
He do this just to troll at this point because people get mad.
Sorry. No, but I had comments about my body when I was fairly young, right? But it's not as bad as the woman face it, and I hear it all the time. I remember my sister was not really the one that was eating that much. She doesn't really have an appetite. As a matter of fact, that didn't really change throughout history. And now whenever she comes home to, we have parties and stuff like that, or we have like suppers and stuff, we invite people, we don't even count her in the portions because she don't eat that much. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is. But yeah, I did have some comments, and I always had big shoulders. You know what I mean? Even on this chat, on this thing called Ab and Preach, there's a lot of comments about looks. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy when you expose yourself, but it's like that. How many people thought I was fat? I mean, I'm still fat and 5'2", but that's besides the point, right? People always comment. They take the liberty to comment on Abba's look, Abba's hair, Abba's this, Abba's that, preach. Ooh. So zesty. People are always going to comment on shit. They are. And it's been when I was a kid. I was a fat kid. As a matter of fact, my first diet was when I was 6 months old. Doctor said I was too fat, and I was because I like to eat. You know what I mean? It was never as bad as what I heard with women. Comments like eat a sandwich, or you shouldn't eat that much, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you're going to look fat, you look fit, there's always comments that I heard.
But okay, and when I commented at the very beginning, I was just going based on the title because it says men don't have body image issues. That has to do with your own personal view of your body. Okay, now this is a different conversation because we're talking about people who are making comments about your body and bullying you or shaming you for the way that you look. That's different, and obviously that will affect your body image issues as well, but those are two different conversations because your body image issues that has to do with how you view yourself.
Girls, on top of the fact that I was always surrounded with women. So
I think there's definitely a lot more advertising and stuff like that probably.
Because even if you're a guy and you haven't had many, people bully you for the way that your body looks, but you have eyeballs and you'll see that certain guys around you, they get more attention than you. So they may, have more play with the ladies, and they may have more friends and get more opportunities. So you're going to conclude that, okay, it's clearly because he looks better than me. He's taller, so it's like, even if no one is directly bullying you and commenting on how you look, you know how you look. You look in the mirror every day and you know you busted, So when I refer to men having body image issues just as well as women do, that's what I'm more so referring to. But yeah, obviously women get a lot more negative comments directly about the way that they look, and growing up we were told that we're fat even when we were not. Once again, I'm gonna show y'all a photo. I wasn't even fat. Why was he calling me fat? That's crazy. He's no longer with us today, RIP, but I wish I could ask him, like, why were you calling me fat? Like, if you're gonna make a joke, at least make it make sense. Like, I wasn't even fat. Like, what was that about anyway? But yeah, those are two different things: body image issues and having people bully you about how you look.
But I feel like the whole comparative stuff is kind of not that. I don't want to say it's that meaningful, because it is meaningful. I don't think it's that useful in a conversation, because men are dealing with their own body image issues and they go very deep. Those men, when they were asked that question, said, I don't remember or no, I can promise you half of them remember and the other half don't want to remember. Men have tremendous amount of body dysmorphia. It's why so many of them are, crazy enough to do the whole steroid thing, get the back knee. It's why so many of them will literally do that in their teenage years and permanently change their own lives. Like, the idea that men don't struggle, I promise you, half the men have been like ogling other dudes who are the ideal, prototype of masculinity to replicate that. How many of us change all aspects of our looks to replicate somebody? We just don't talk about it openly or feel necessarily supported because we do talk about it. Bro, when I was growing up, listen, I don't know the female experience, I can just tell you mine, everybody, ladies included, felt comfortable to tell me how thin I was and how unmasculine it was. I can't speak on being fat. I can just tell you I'm being really skinny.
Yeah, okay? Men get shamed a lot.
Everybody, from my family, friends, random at school, everybody. And like that's maybe just a skinny thing, but I'm just trying to say, I remember that stuff. There's no way dudes don't remember. I'm telling you, it's like people are like, oh, dudes are emotionless. That literally science proves that's the complete opposite. That men are more actually emotionally sensitive than women are. Absolutely. We just don't talk about this shit. We don't talk about it. The reason why is either because we don't feel supported when we do, or secondly, we just don't have a lot of the spaces to learn how to cultivate that and speak about it in a safe manner with people. So we just don't. Like, you could just say one wrong thing about a dude's looks that references childhood, and that dude will jump you because they have ignorant issues like that. Do you guys think that they're really
having mommy issues?
Hear shit? But we're often taught from a young age that just talking about it is a shameful thing. You're insecure, you're gonna admit it, you fucking loser. As bad as all the comments were, if I had complained about me getting comments about being skinny, I would have been laughed at too. That's the reality. I understand the point that she's making, and I hate to do the whole man versus woman thing, but that's what she was trying to do with this video, in large part. I think that's how people interpret it. Most dudes will tell you about the first girl they got rejected by bigly when they was young. Most dudes remember their first crush. Most dudes remember that L that they took. Oh, so you don't think they don't remember receiving comments from people when they was younger? You are bugging.
And also, side note, my uncle used to fat shame other people too. It wasn't just me. He definitely fat shamed my male cousins. Even his own son, he would talk shit about. Like I said, he was like the comedian of the family, and he would just always crack jokes and just talk shit about everybody, really. He just putting that out there. He fat shamed the younger guys as well.
Think about even just like gym culture. Think about how crazy it is that motherfuckers injecting like actual dangerous drugs.
But they were actually
on a regular basis. You know how like lip fillers everywhere it's present and everyone talks about it? Steroids operate in the exact same fashion. We're just not open about it because there's shame associated with it. There's shame with the whole involvement in that drug.
I was talking to a bunch of girls at some point. It was like, oh my god, the beauty standards. You look at Barbie. Bitch, I grew up on Marvel and G.I. Joe American Hero. They have muscles that don't exist. All the 90s, 80s, 90s movies, people were buff. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Like that. That's what we grew up on, so we had that. So we shut up about it. We do. We do have insecurities. It is common thing when it's a guy, to laugh about it. When you laugh at a woman, you're cold. You're being mean. You can't ask a woman what height she is, but you can clown a motherfucker on his height all day, every day, no problem.
Yep.
There's plus size models. It's usually a female. I haven't seen that much man plus size. So there's these things. It does happen. Like Abba said, she tried to make it a man-woman thing, and I understand that the comments are really crazy on the woman's side, though. It is crazy when they're young, and they're also one thing that she's not talking about. They're also sexualized very young, very young. It's just super weird. Where they're being asked to cover their body and stuff like that when they're like 8 or 9 or 12. I'm like, yo.
Or aside from that, just men being directly sexual. Like I have vague memories of being like 12, 13, and having grown men like on the street saying weird shit to me.
Okay, it's a problem. So I'm a problem. So I have to cover my body because it's a problem.
Yeah, it's frowned upon too. Like if you try to, say anything about ladies' looks like that, it's frowned upon. It just is. But we have people like Tim Pool exist who literally permanently have to shower with a beanie because they're balding.
Who?
Dudes who have like hats permanently glued to their head, they are so uncomfortable with the fact that they're going through a natural process that they have to permanently hide it. So I can assure you this whole idea of like men and women are so drastically different, and men don't have issues about their looks. They notice their love handles. A height man, listen, as a 6-foot master race, I can talk about this very easily, okay?
So let me just shut the fuck up.
As a big dick, right? I can talk about these topics.
We talk about big dick?
Yeah, I read that. I want to include you.
Boy, it's being boy.
I'll say like I've heard dudes really lament their height and like break down about it. And you can see that a lot of them, it really affects their self-confidence in every facet. Some dudes are able to overcome it. For a lot of them, it's a really tough thing.
Nah, this is facts. Y'all check out the rest of their vid if you're interested in their take. I'm sure they can expound on their experience being men. I will link their video down below. But this reminds me of that video I reacted to of that guy that paid all that money for that surgery to be tall. Y'all remember? He got like his bones broken or legs broken or something like that. I remember reacting to that. That was crazy. And it was all so that he could become like a couple inches taller. And he was like limping. He had to like learn how to walk again. Like, men definitely have deep-rooted image issues for sure, related to their body, their height, their looks, all of that. So the narrative that, oh, only women deal with it, I think is silly. But I mean, obviously you can say that, oh, women deal with it more, but it's like, it's not a competition. It's not a contest. What the fuck? Like, oh, we win. We get shitted on more. Like, what the fuck? I hate the victim Olympics when people are just like, well, we have it worse. I do think that's really corny, but whatever. Anyway, interesting vid though overall. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.